Hi, it's Michelle. Hey, I made this paper, but I don't have to sell the paper, right? In fact, I made this just for fun, and I could sell paper if I wanted to. I could, package it all up and sell it and package it up and ship it out to people, but that's just not cost effective. And and let me tell you this, out of my previous opportunities that I've done, you end up with maybe product that you stashed away and you'll never use that's maybe inside of your in your cabinets and things. But here's the thing. Wouldn't you rather just if you're going to do something like online marketing sales, wouldn't you rather just not have stuff stockpiling in your cabinet or having to worry about explaining products, having to worry about uh, logistics and shipping and all those crazy things, right? So that's what I have decided. I decided that although I can make spun paper like this, I probably could rather just sell the files. And better yet, I can even, just market products that I didn't even create. Okay. And so when you don't have to create things and you don't have to chase smaller commissions and you don't have to worry about stockpiling stuff in your cabinets, you can just simply talk about something that's relatable to people and maybe hits them in the heart where they're needing an extra income. Because look, you guys, we all need extra income, right? So I've just got 5 things for you that kind of give a few benefits of going digital over marketing, physical products. Okay. So, and if you're new, please drop the word new here. If you happen to be around, pop in, please let me know where you're coming in from. And I don't know if I'll see your comments, but I might. And if I don't, I will definitely, just kind of circle back around with you whenever I catch in on the comments. Okay. I check in. So anyway, what are some of the benefits? Now, if you're in your 50s, over 50, and you're thinking about maybe picking something up for just a little bit of extra income, you can sell stuff on eBay, you can do that. And but then again, you're worrying about the logistics. And I was actually have been selling my mom's craft supplies over on Whatnot, and but I have to package it all up. I have to get it to the post office. I have to do that within 2 days, and that can be kind of a hassle, especially if you didn't sell a whole lot. So you got these things to think about. And so I decided for myself, if I'm going to be in my 50s and doing this, I think I don't want to be stockpiling a whole bunch of product unnecessarily. And if I'm going digital, if I'm just doing more digital stuff, it's going to benefit me in the long run because my costs are going to be low. In fact, you can do this business on a very minimal output, okay, depending on what it is you're doing. And you might only have to lay out money one time, okay? So I've got a couple of things I'm doing, and I don't necessarily have to do them, I don't have to lay out a bunch of money to do it. So I want to give you just a few tips, a few things that you might think about, going to digital over physical products, okay? So let's talk about that a minute. First of all, no product stockpiles, okay? So if you think about, OVs and PVs and all the V's, right? So if you're in network marketing, you've got your personal volume, right? And you might be required to purchase things yourself just to be able to earn your commission, okay, or your bonus. So that really is not, that's just not a good thing, you guys. You don't, if you're having to pay $150 for just to keep your, the ability, your active status, $100, $150 just to stay active every month, then that's really not cool. All right. So you don't have to stash your cabinets or closets with shakes, supplements, skincare. Digital products are immediately available to the masses, right? You can create something or you can market something that somebody else has created, and you don't have to worry about, are they going to return it, or how are you going to get it to them? And, all the things. You're not going to be stockpiling your cabinets because it's just all digital, okay? No confusing PVOV and rank requirements, all these things, okay? So we're not going to be worried about it because we are just focusing on the sale, all right, of your digital product. Whether or not you are going to be making a digital product, or my favorite is make the digital product for fun, but market somebody else's thing, where they may even have marketable pages for you to use, and an autoresponder system for yourself, so that you can start building your list with doing email marketing. That's the best thing to do. Okay. All right. Low startup, low pressure. All right. We don't have to invest hundreds each month to stay active. With a digital income stream, you can start small and then you can scale without chasing monthly quotas, you guys. Okay. We're going to earn from systems. Earn from systems. All right. Once you have a digital system set up, it's going to work for you 24/7. You can, you can make sales in your sleep, all by driving traffic. And driving traffic might be something like doing a post, all right, posting with a purpose, or doing a video like this, right? And so this is how we drive traffic to our link. And if you didn't have to make the product, then it's even better. You can do this with memberships, you could do this with anything that's digital, okay? And then we have the freedom to grow our income on our own without the grind, okay? No inventory, no awkward conversations. Not everybody's going to want your thing right away, and you should have some conversations, but if it's a digital product, the goal is to have people sort of take a look at it and weigh the benefits, okay? If you have a digital product, it's instant delivery. It's low, generally speaking, it's low cost. Whether it's, courses or memberships or whatever, you are not outlaying tons of money every month just to maintain something digital, okay? It's very marketable. All right. And here's the thing, you guys. When you are doing digital marketing or a digital product, it's low stress, okay? It's just very low stress. And like I said, you can actually market somebody else's product. Now I know that people are doing things, they're doing things like TikTok shop over on TikTok and things like that. But if you compare the amount of money that you're grinding for, and even if you're dealing with health and wellness products, if you think about the amount of money that you will get as a reward, as an income, commission wise, then it might be better suited for you to try something a little bit more. Okay. So I encourage you to go digital. And I will say this: if you want some information about a really, really cool digital focused opportunity that will pay you commissions just by referring other people to this digital thing, and you might only have to pay $20 to get started, or if you want to earn a little bit more commission, you can pay a little bit more one time, and then that gives you the ability to earn better commissions for your anywhere from $200 to $900. The sky's the limit. It just depends on whether or not you want to stay focused on digital. So I will say this: If this is your thing that you want to learn more about and not grind so hard for smaller commissions. And at this stage in life, we want to ramp things up a little bit, right? Because we want to be able to think about retiring and spending more time focusing on the things that we want to do, right? We don't have a lot of time left in the workforce, but some of us do. Some of us have a little bit more time left. But we want to we want to get to retirement closer, and we don't want to have to be working our lives away at our job just to consider how much we're going to have saved for retirement. Okay. So you want to work your job because you like it, you enjoy it. And, that's the route that I want to take. And I do like my job, but I also want to get closer to retirement knowing that I have a little bit more saved. Okay. And so that's where I'm at. And I know a lot of other people are like that too. So think digital, you guys. So I'll say this. Okay. If you want to know more about what I'm doing, please put the word digital in the comments, and then we'll point you in the right direction. And I can give you some information about a digital opportunity that will work for you. Okay. And that's what I have tonight. And I hope you have a fantastic, fantastic evening.